Thank you very much for the love that you have had, and we've seen the commitment and the love you have for the police. There is no week that can pass since you became the minister without you having an interaction with a security facility or security institution. This is a very clear manifestation of not a personal commitment. You have a lot of passion and love for the police officers. Asante sana Waziri for that. Finally is to wish the fraternity here all the best as we move, especially as we prepare to move into the new facility in Ikembe North, a facility that I want to thank your office and that of the IG for supporting that program. We really look forward in putting that facility into a good shape. It will be a very good institution and a legacy that this happened during your tenure. With those remarks, it's my pleasure to invite the IGB, Mr. Douglas Kanja, to make his remarks and invite you thereafter. Asante sana.
Thank you very much, Mr. Langat, the DIG responsible for the Kenya Policing Services, the Commandant, our Chief Guest, who is none other than the Cabinet Secretary, Minister of Interior, National Administration, the Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, the Commander of this training institution, the Regional Coordinator, Central Region, and the members of the Regional Security Committee, the senior commanders, the trainers, the trainees, college staff, both uniformed and non-uniformed, recruits and cadets, trainees, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon, sir.
Mheshimiwa, it's my honor and privilege to welcome you in this National Police College, the main campus, Kiganjo, as you join us here to assess the progress of training at the various standards of trainees here. Our CS, this college is one of the bedrocks of our national police service. The institution where low potential in Kenya young men and women is modeled into disciplined, professional, and patriotic officers of the law. As such, your presence here today, which follows similar visits to the National Police College, Abakasi A and B campuses, and most recently to the newly established National Police College Lee Field Training Campus in Meru, sends a powerful message that the leadership of this country cares deeply about the training, professionalism, and welfare of those who bear the mandate to protect the people of Kenya and their properties. On behalf of the entire National Police Service, and on my own behalf, I extend our gratitude for the resolute support we have received in the journey of transforming the National Police Service into a professional, efficient, and responsive policing service. The recruits before you, whose training is ongoing, joined the institution on 24th November 2025, having endured and overcome a challenging and highly competitive process to earn their places. Over the last 5.5 months, They have undertaken rigorous training, and in the remaining period, they will be adequately trained in all aspects of police work, from police professionalism and legal studies to crowd management, skills at arms, field tactics, amongst other training modules. This legal training is intended to equip the recruits with a full range of knowledge, skills, attitude, and character that is necessary to prepare them for the duties and responsibilities of a police officer, which are to serve and protect. As a service, we have ensured that the training curriculum is deliberately designed and refined to meet the demands of the 21st century policing. The aim is to have effective, people-centric, and accountable services for the safe and prosperous society. This can only be achieved when officers are well-trained so that they can render services confidently and from a point of knowledge. And to the recruits, I take this opportunity once again to commend you for having been recruited to join the National Police Service and for undertaking your training successfully over the last 5.5 months. For the remaining period, I encourage you to continue your training in a focused manner and with great commitment. Do not be carried away by peer pressure or group mentality, which may obscure the fundamental reasons as to why you wanted to become a police officer in the first place. Let me reiterate that discipline is the cornerstone of effective policing and public trust. Proper conduct is vital not only during training but also throughout your entire policing career. Any contrary behavior and character will lead to discontinuation from training and dismissal from the National Police Service. As I conclude, let me commend the Commandant and the college staff, both uniformed and non-uniformed, for their commitment to equipping the recruits with the requisite knowledge, skills, and competencies necessary to transform them into disciplined, professional, and knowledgeable officers. Finally, our CSR. Let me once again thank you for your leadership, guidance, support, for finding time to visit our trainees, as you have done to the other training colleges that the National Police Service manages. We remain committed to providing the highest quality of service and to maintaining public trust through professionalism, accountability, and community engagement. I thank you, and may God bless you all. It is now my singular honor to welcome our chief guest to address you. Be upstanding. Welcome, our chief guest.
Thank you very much. The Inspector General of Police, Mr. Douglas Kanja, the Deputy Inspector of Police, Kenya Police Service, Mr. Eliud Langat, the Commandant of this great training college, Mr. Munga, the Regional Commissioner, the Senior Security Team present, the instructors and the recruits, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon, sir.
You look great. You look beautiful. I am delighted to be here with you today at the National Police College main campus in Kiganjo to assess the progress of the basic recruit training course number 1 of 2025. Let me begin by congratulating all the recruits for stepping forward to be enlisted in National Police Service. That act of heeding the call speaks volumes about your readiness and deep sense of duty to serve our beloved nation. Remember, you are among thousands of young people who turned up during the recruitment exercise to come to this very prestigious profession. And out of the thousands, you are among the 10,000 who got an opportunity to be recruited, and now you are sitting here ready to serve. And I want to say that congratulations. This is not an easy opportunity. A few months ago, less than 6 months ago, you were 6, 7, 8 months ago, you were job seekers. And through the National Police Service, you are now an employed servant of the people of Kenya and representing your various parts of this country, you know, in the National Police Service to serve everyone kuwa katika utumishi wa wote. Kwa hivyo, I want to say congratulations again. Just know that this is not a right, it's a privilege. It's not your right to be in the National Police Service. It's a great privilege for you to be in the National Police Service. Just imagine how many you were in Marsabit, in Tana River, in Kisumu, here in Nyeri, in West Pokot, in Trans Nzoia, you know, in Taita Taveta, in that very recruitment center. You were so many, but maybe 2, 3, 5 of you were picked, at most 10, and now you are here. So it should tell you, it should really tell you that you are occupying a space on behalf of so many young people of this country and citizens of this nation. Just always, when you get out of these gates and you graduate, you pass out, just every day of your life, remember that you are the privileged lot that got a chance. Take it with greatest humility, appreciate the opportunity you have, respect the people who gave you that chance, the people of Kenya, and please take this training that you are having here very seriously because you are among the few privileged Kenyans to be here. 6 months ago, 6 months ago, you walked through these gates as civilians. Today, you are officers in the making, disciplined, trained, and on your way to joining one of the most important institutions in our republic. In 3 months, you will graduate and take your place as the next generations of the Kenya Police Service. One of the reasons I came here today is to see you myself and to appreciate what this college is doing, the work it's doing, and I am pleased with what I have seen so far. But I'm also here to look you in the eye and to tell you that your government sees you, your country sees you, and what you are doing matters for us. Kenya, the Kenya you will police is not the Kenya of generation ago. Policing today is harder than it has ever been. And it has been made hard by the threats that are changing, technology that is moving quickly, and criminals who are adapting to the new environment. The men and women we send out to keep order must be ready for a world that does not stand still. It keeps moving. Crime is increasingly sophisticated, borderless, and technology-driven. To respond effectively, policing must evolve, and so
must the people who carry out the duties of a police officer. It is for this reason that the government of Kenya, under the leadership of Dr. William Samoei Ruto, who is the commander-in-chief of all the defense forces, is committed to continuously supporting the National Police Service in its reform agenda. You are not joining the same service your predecessors inherited. This government has made a deliberate decision to reform, rebuild, and reinvest in the police service. And those reforms are well underway, spanning institutional capacity, operational preparedness, oversight and accountability, and human resource development. To every police recruit here today, the training you are undergoing, including police professionalism, legal studies, crowd management, and skills at arms, is the foundation upon which public trust and national safety rests. Beyond the professional aspect of the job, modern policing demands resilience, discipline, teamwork, and the ability to make sound decisions under pressure. Taking your training seriously means understanding that every drill, every legal lesson, and every simulation could one day save a life, including your own life. As you prepare for the final 3 months, resist complacency and shortcuts and embrace every lesson as a tool to protect and uplift your fellow Kenyans. Let me say that you are the Gen Z generation. You know, people speak about Gen Z generation as though it is an animal. You are the ones who are called Gen Z. And the challenges we are facing and your generation faces, you must, as a police officer, be fully prepared to respond effectively to the challenges that your generation faces. That means the lessons that have been properly crafted for you here, you must take each one of them seriously. You must understand the law, the Constitution, and what is expected of you under the law. You must understand the acts that guide a police officer when they are performing their duties. You must understand the changing environment. You must understand social media. You must understand technology, including artificial intelligence, where now it's become a challenge to differentiate between the real and the fake. That is the environment you are going to work in. You must also understand the psyche and the mind of the modern or a present citizen, the changing generation of citizenship in the country. You belong to the most populous lot in the country. And so as you get out, you must be asking yourself every day, how will I confront the challenges that are facing my country as I provide security around the borders, inside the police station, inside the cities and towns, and confront, drug traffickers. You're dealing with people who are trafficking in bang and other kind of drugs, illicit alcohol. You're dealing with goons, challenges of terror, gangs. And as you deal with all these challenges, you must always ask yourself, how will this lesson prepare me enough for me to keep our country safe and to keep it secure and hand it over to a generation that will come the way our forefathers handed it over to us. This is a duty that is not, you are not here just for the job, not for the pay. Notwithstanding the fact that we have improved your working environment, that is not enough. You are here as a patriot with a calling. And this is called a disciplined force. That means that the process that you are going through, I am told you sleep for only about 3 hours since you arrived here. Yeah? That is true, right? So you have gone through a disciplined, routine process. You run all the way to Nyeri town and come back. And no wonder you are very fit. You know, you're not very fit. Yeah? This kind of training is preparing you mentally and physically to be a disciplined officer who will go out there and impart that level of discipline to your fellow citizens. So make sure that by the time you leave here, as you take your oath of office in end of August, we want to make sure that when you go out there, you will be the people that the people of Kenya will be proud of. You know? I want you to know that we have been praying to have you, you know, because we have not had a recruitment for the last almost 5 years. So there is an aging population in the National Police Service that are waiting for energetic, innovative, hardworking, young police officers to come with new energy, new ideas, and passion to come and resolve the challenges that we are facing out there. With the kind of energy you have, I don't think our goons watakuwa na mahali pa kusurvive. Mina vumilia tu hii mwezi 3 nikingojea nyinyi. Ndio nilikuja ya nilimwambia IG sasa hii challenges unapitia, twende huko tuone hii watu wako na muscles mzuri, wako na energy mzuri, wamewenda through the right training, and I'm very happy to see that you guys have gone through this massive training. You know, we've just sent, received back our officers from Haiti who went for a mission there, and I'll be telling you about it in a short while. And they came back having done a sterling job. And you see, if we have to protect the future generation, we must deal with all these challenges we face. Juzi tu kidogo, and I want to thank the IG. Tuliambiwa kumekuwa na challenges ya Goons pale Kitale, pale Kisumu, na tukatuma tu ofisa kidogo wakaenda pale Kitale, wakaenda pale Kisumu. Wale the same politicians who are accusing government of having Goons or supporting Goons, saizi wanalia kabisa. I know you don't watch news, lakini wanalia sana. Wanasema wale askari walikuja pale, wamekuja wamenyorosha wale Goons, kumbe walikuwa ni watu yao ya mkono ya siasa. Wamenyorosha, lakini yenye nafurahisha, wamama wanatembea huko Kitale town na furaha kwa sababu ya National Police Service officers who are energetic. Sasa nilikuwa naambia IG, hawa watu wanalia saa hii na hawa waja graduate, na hawa wakigraduate watafanya nini? So nyinyi ndio nguzo ya taifa letu kwa kuhakikisha kwamba mnakuja na nguvu mpya ya kuweza kukabili yale mashida ambayo yanasumbua wa Kenya. Tunataka kuwa na nchi ambayo iko na law and order. Mkenya anaweza kwenda kazi yake bila kusikia kwamba anadhulumiwa na wakora, na pia wale ambao wanajaribu kuhujumu amani katika taifa letu. Na ninyi ndio ofisa ambao tunawategemea zaidi. Kenya's population has grown faster than our police officers for far too long. We are deliberately working to correct that. About 10,000 police constables are now under training, including yourselves, and nearly 4,000 prison officers recently graduated. You are part of the national effort to rebuild capacity where it is needed most. When you live here, you will not be alone. You will be part of the larger force that is better resourced, better equipped, and better supported than ever before. The adoption of the multi-agency approach and community partnership have borne fruit. The mutual interactions and cooperation between the National Police Service, the National Government Administration, and other security agencies have enabled us to resolve security issues effectively and efficiently. You will be joining and strengthening that ecosystem. I just want to say we had a very, very instructive public engagement last year under Jukwaa la Usalama. I'm very proud of the work that police officers and the Ngao officers are now doing, courtesy of that process. And I want to appreciate them because we are now fighting crime better. We are dealing with alcohol and drugs. And many of our police officers are doing a very good job. But because sometimes we face a few challenges with some police officers who are indisciplined. You have seen even myself in public fora publicly agreeing with the members of society that such officers should not be kept within the National Police Service. People who are taking bribes, those who are taking drugs, they are partaking of alcohol, illicit alcohol. I'm not talking about others, illicit alcohol and drugs. And all these situations are putting the National Police Service to shame. I want you, when you get out of here, you must always remember that you must be an example. Like the Bible, Peter and Paul told Timothy that you must always be an example, not just by your words, but your deeds, so that in everything you do, you become an example to the people of Kenya. And therefore, we will be insisting on training. We have said that from also Jukwaa la Usalama, people of Kenya and the police have insisted that they must go through continuous training. Continuous training means that it is not enough for you to graduate in September. You must now go through skills training going forward and continue updating your skill, because it is sad to note that there are many constables who are serving out there for quite a long time and they have not got an opportunity to go through any kind of training. We want to change that, and I have directed the National Police Service through the Inspector General of Police to quickly and expeditiously complete the national training policy for National Police Service that will ensure that we will revamp our training facilities, including regional training centers. We reorganize our curriculum, and we ensure, and I have had a session today with the trainers, we ensure that we properly resource our trainers and properly recognize them, including the proper promotions that will ensure that the trainers are equipped and have the right capacity to continue equipping our police officers continuously, having continuous training on matters, human rights, on the law, police skills, on investigations, on the emerging trends of crime. Those are the things we want to make sure that the National Police Service. So we will be soon, and hopefully before we come back here with His Excellency the President, we should be able to have launched a new strategy, a policy on training that will capture the issues that the people of Kenya came up with during the Jukwaa la Usalama, and that I have heard from the trainers from this institution, so that we can be able to move forward as a strong institution. I must say also that this Kiganjo Training College is an institution of pride for all of us. We are extremely happy about this institution. It has grown in leaps and bounds, and we think that it is now time that we upgrade. During that policy, we must upgrade this institution from just a mere training college and to become a police university, so that then the police officers can have an institution where largely we are training them up to the university level to get their degrees from this institution, but also we shall be a resource center for other police officers in the region, from our neighboring countries in East Africa, from Africa and beyond. And therefore, through this institution, we can put in place better exchange programs with other policing institutions globally and training institutions globally, so that we will continue training our police officers to get to be the best in the world. And that is what we want to do. And that is the society we are preparing for you, to make sure that you will grow up in a police service that has better training facilities. And the Inspector General of Police is properly instructed on that matter, so that we can be able to move forward. Let me also inform you that we are undergoing a very ambitious technology change in the National Police Service. What we want to do is to adopt what we have been having, what is called IC3, which is Integrated Command, Control and Communication Center. We now have, we are undergoing a procurement process at the tail end to have an integrated command, control, communication and computation centers across the country, with one command center nationally and 6 command centers in Nyeri, in Mombasa, in Kisumu, in Nakuru, in Eldoret, and in Nairobi, to start with, that will ensure that we infuse technology that will collect information with the cameras, that will make sure that those urban areas are properly covered. With all our police stations having, I have seen a model police station here. The next model police station from next year will be having a digital OB, where Kenyans will report crime digitally, and you will be able to know and get reports using digital gadgets in the police station. And that will help us to serve the people better, but also it is the computation part means that it will have analytics, including AI, that will ensure it will tell us which areas have which level of concentration of crime. And those kinds of reforms are the ones that will make sure that your working environment will be better. Recently, we launched a share cover that will ensure that you access over 6,000 health facilities across the country. We are also working on an ambitious program to build 30,000 police housing units so that you can work in a better environment with better housing facilities going forward. I know some of our police officers are living in shanties and tents. We want to make sure that that is changed so that the police officers can have a dignified living environment. You know that you're also graduating when we have improved your salaries. The police, in the last 3 years, a police constable's salary has improved by almost 10,000 shillings. So you will be entering when there is an improvement of up to 10,000 shillings on top of what you were earning before. And therefore, I want to say that a lot of good things are coming up. And that's why I'm insisting that you must continue being disciplined. You must continue, as we do this work we do, you must also give Kenyans the services that they deserve. I need to conclude by saying our great officers have done a fantastic job, and I'm very proud of our men and women in uniform. Look at what our officers have done in Haiti. Kenya Police Service personnel deployed under the UN-backed and Kenya-led multinational security support mission operated in some of the most dangerous conditions unimaginable, bringing order, protecting civilians, and doing so with professionalism that has drawn international recognition and admiration. These officers are ambassadors of this country, and they have made us proud. That exceptional performance in a complex international security environment has enhanced Kenya's reputation as a leader in peace support operations. The world is watching Kenya's police, and what it is seeing is capability, courage, and commitment. You will carry that reputation forward. You chose to join the Kenya Police Service in a country of many parts. You chose to stand between your fellow citizens and harm, to wear a uniform that carries enormous responsibility, and to serve something larger than yourself. Upon completion, let patriotism guide you. Serve with unwavering professionalism. Act with integrity, even when no one is watching. And always place the nation's security and dignity above personal gain. You are guardians of justice, entrusted with the honor of the uniform and trust of millions of Kenyans. Patriotism means waking up before sunrise for a shift. It's maintaining your composure when the nation or a situation is tense. It is earning the trust of a child who sees you on the street and feels safe. Let service above self be your eternal creed. Work hard in these final months. Support each other. Listen to your instructors, and carry with you the knowledge that Kenya is counting on you, and that Kenya believes is in you. Finally, I commend the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Douglas Kanja, for his exemplary leadership and steady guidance of the National Police Service. He has continued to be a steady and hardworking police officer, serving this country with distinction. I was joking with him because I know his home is not very far from here, a stone throw away. And I was joking with him that he just decided to jump the fence and come for training. And since then, he has continued to serve this country in many capabilities and capacities. And I want to say congratulations. Congratulations to the DIG of KPS, Mr. Eliu Langat, for the job and the leadership you're providing in this, in the Kenya Police Service. And I want to congratulate the college commandant, Mr. Munga. All these men have served this country with distinction over the years, together with the instructors and all the leaders who are present here. What I liked most when I came in is that this place is very, very neat, very smart. You even fear stepping on the grass because it's properly cut, everything is very clean. Even if it's an old building, it's very clean. I went to some of your rooms where you sleep. Yeah? Your beds are made very well. Baka, I was asking myself, should all young people go through some kind of a paramilitary to just make them very orderly? The way I have seen this place is very clean and orderly. And I have seen that some of the mabatis are so old, we still have asbestos in some of those infrastructure. I am going to work with the IG and the DIG to make sure that we remove at least a number of them who are here, which we are seeing here, progressively to make sure that this place is clean from having asbestos. When I also came here, I have been told that I was wondering why the IG was struggling with the public address. I was told it was built. It was bought. This public address system is very old. It needs some upgrade so that by the time we come for the parade, we will hear you very clearly. I have told the DIG Langat that that will be my responsibility to support him on that one, so that by the time we come here, you will have a new public address system that is useful and helpful as we communicate. I know mlitoka form 4 juzi tu, najua, na every time nilipokuwa naenda high school, kuna kitu lazima useme kabla hujatoka. So now that nimekuja hapa, si lazima niwache mkate ama nini? So I will give the commandant, Mr. Munga here, 1 million shillings awanunulie, make sure amewanunulia mkate. With all those many remarks, thank you very much and may God bless you. Asante sana.